I'm MartySecada, and I started this group more than 20 years ago. I was working at the time in Switzerland for Swiss Bank. Long-term capital management happened, and UBS was one of the companies that was going under. So Swiss Bank had to buy UBS, which we ended up doing. And I came back as part of a team that was reorganizing UBS. And so when that happened, I started a group of Wharton guys investing directly in private equity and more into this family office group. So since then, we have run 400 events, 200 dinner parties, and we've been very successful. We run an event every month now. Typically those events have around 300 to 400 people. Typically it'll be about 100 to 150 in person, and then around 200 to 300 online. Today we're far past that number, so I expect all the numbers to grow as soon as I send out an email saying that we've started. We're lucky we're gonna have Jeff Hughes, who's gonna be speaking. Jeff runs a multifamily office, and also he's an economist, and he's just got a fantastic outlook on fundamentals of how the economy is going, et cetera. Tomorrow we're gonna have another economist speaking. He's gonna be talking about the dollar trade and how he thinks that's in decline. So the way he describes the dollar trade is that you're borrowing $1 at 1 or 2%, and then you're getting 8 or 10% back in return. So now when the interest rates go up, it's harder to get that return that you were looking for. So I actually just gave a speech last week at another family office event, and they were kind of asking, what's hot out there, with what's good for family offices. So I didn't get a chance to give my full list, but what I will tell you is that we've seen some really great venture debt funds that are coming out, and they're doing 20 to 25% returns. So whereas Silicon Valley Bank was doing prime +1 on its loans, these venture debt funds are doing prime +12, and plus they're getting warrants on their deals. And although the volume of people looking for venture debt is increasing dramatically, they're not increasing how many deals they're funding. Receivables financing, it was big before COVID, and now it's coming back, and the returns are extremely high, and liquidity is high. So those are very interesting areas. Tim Draper's going to be on later on today, and he's going to talk about space. He's going to talk about healthcare. He'll talk about decentralization. But so we think space is a huge area. It's just not putting satellites in orbit like material science, artificial intelligence, et cetera. So you need to know a lot about that. This whole thing with GPT, I was actually at a conference on GPT recently, and then I was talking to some people I know who are in the space, and it really sounds like GPT is going to really eradicate a lot of jobs in finance, especially like I would say wealth management jobs are going to get really crushed by this. And the reason why is there's a lot of data science out there already. There's a lot of data on wealth management, and GPT actually just take all that information and kind of consolidate it. So it's going to be really interesting what happens in the future there. So we actually have a fantastic VC out of Silicon Valley, outside of Tim Draper, who's going to be speaking earlier today. Her name is Ming Ye. She's from Upshot Ventures, and she had her first fund. She's on fund 2. Fund 1 had 32 unicorns in it, and just a fantastic investor. She'll talk about how she is able to invest in ventures and what her secret sauce is, or a little bit of her secret sauce, right? So again, we're going to have Jeffrey Hughes speaking. Jeff, do you want to pull up your presentation?
Sure.
And by the way, we're at Mintz today. Mintz has a fantastic office space. It's overlooking Central Park on one side, the river on the other. It's just amazing. Andrew Holsch is hosting us. Great guy. He's got a strong practice in the private equity and venture space.